A very good morning, everyone. As yesterday we have started with the new lesson of history, lesson number 3, Nazism and the rise of Hitler. I'd ask you to read the lesson. I hope everybody has read the lesson till where we have done yesterday. Now, today, just a recall of the lesson, what we have read yesterday. Now, in the beginning, we have seen the story of Helmut. Who was Helmut? Helmut was an 11-year-old German boy who overheard his parents' discussion on whether the entire family should be killed or only his father should commit suicide. Do you remember this story? Yes. Then, and who was Helmut's father? Helmut's father was a Nazi and he was the supporter of Adolf Hitler. And Hitler, as you all know, uh, he was determined to make Germany into a mighty power and his ambition of conquering all of Europe. So Helmut's father was the supporter of Hitler, means he was also a Nazi. Now, what was the system of Nazism? We have read that in yesterday that Nazism did not consist of few isolated acts. Only about it is not only about the few acts which the Nazi people were performing, but it was a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Means the main aim of Hitler was to make Germany a mighty power and conquering all of Europe. Then next we have seen one personality in the starting of the lesson, that is about Goebbels. Now who was Goebbels? Goebbels was a propaganda minister of Hitler. Propaganda minister of Hitler means uh, he was the supporter of Hitler. He used to speak in support of Hitler, whether it was true or false. Just he want to support Hitler. Then Helmut's father, along with Goebbels' family, committed suicide collectively in Hitler's Berlin bunkers in April 1945. This also we have seen. Then, uh, International Military Tribunal was set up at Nuremberg at the end of the war. This also we have seen that International Tribunal was set up at Nuremberg. Then, what was this? Why was it set up? The International Military Tribunal was set up at Nuremberg by the Allies to prosecute Nazi war criminals. Now, to torture the Nazi war criminals, this International Military Tribunal was set up. And this was set up against the peace for the war crimes and crimes against humanity, whatever crimes Nazi party had committed. Uh, whatever war crimes Nazi party has committed, just to humiliate them now, this International Military Tribunal was set up at Nuremberg by the Allies. Now, who were Allies? UK and France. And they were after, later on, they were joined by USSR and USA also. Next, we have seen that the countries which formed the Axis power during the Second World War. Now, the countries which formed the Axis power during the Second World War were Germany, Italy, and Japan, and they formed the Axis powers. Clear till here? This page. The next page we have seen about the main thing is genocidal war. Now, genocidal war, what is genocidal war? It means killing on large scale. leading the elimination of large section of people. That means the killing of people in large scale, the destruction made by killing the large section of people, that is called as genocidal war. Further, we have seen that how Nazi kills the innocent people. Now, these Nazi people had devised and unprecedented means of killing. Unprecedented means of killing, that means the method which was never known before. The method which was never known before. So they have adopted that method of killing people, and that method was by gassing them in numerous killing centers like Auschwitz. Now, this they had devised an unprecedented means of killing. Unprecedented, I had already now made it clear that it is the method which was never known before. They had used that method for killing the innocent people. And what was that method? By gassing them in various killing centers like Auschwitz, means they were people were sent in gas chambers till they die over there. Then we have seen the attitude of the Allied powers, the attitude of the Allied powers at Nuremberg's tribunal. Now, what was the attitude of Allied power in the Nuremberg's tribunal? Now, these Allied powers, that UK, France, USSR, USA, uh, they sentenced only 11 leading Nazis to death. Now, they sentenced only 11 leading Nazis to death. Many were imprisoned for the life also. Then the Allies had the lenient attitude towards the Germany. Though the Allies had lenient attitude, means that they were not so harsh towards the Germany. The Allies did not want to be harsh on Germany as they were after the First World War. They just don't want to be as harsh as Germans when they were in the First World War. Clear till here? Next, we have seen that the name of the countries which formed the Allied powers. The Allied powers were led by UK, France, and in 1941 they were also joined by USSR and USA. We have seen further that they were joined by USSR and USA afterwards, and then uh, we have seen that Germany and the Central Powers were defeated in November 1918 when USSR and USA joined the Allied powers. Then Germany and the Central Powers were defeated, and then they were defeated in November 1918. Here it is. When US entry was there in 1917, then these allied powers were won, they had won the war and then defeating Germany and Central Powers in November 1918. And then Germany had to sign the humiliating Treaty of Versailles. After the defeat year, they had to join, Germany had to join the humiliating Treaty of Versailles. Now, from till here only we have ended yesterday. Now we will begin today our lesson from here with the next paragraph. The defeat of Imperial Germany and the abdication of the emperor gave an opportunity to parliamentary parties to recast German polity. That means due to the defeat of Imperial Germany means the main Germany, the ruling Germany, the defeat was there, and the abdication of emperor. Abdication, I already yesterday explained what does the word abdication means. It is the resignation of the emperor, and that gave the opportunity to parliamentary parties to rebuild German polity. So The abdication of the empire gave the opportunity to the parliamentary parties to recast. Recast means rebuild the polity, that is political atmosphere. Then a national assembly met at Versailles and established a democratic constitution with the federal structure. Now the federal structure, the government formed at Versailles was a democratic republic. The National Assembly met at Versailles and established a democratic constitution with the federal structure. Federal structure means when two or more uh, government are there. Then deputies were now elected to the German parliament uh, or Riksdag on the basis of equal and universal votes cast by all adults, including women. Now, deputies were elected by the German parliament, and that German parliament was called as Riksdag on the basis of equal and universal votes. That means universal adult franchise was adopted there. Clear till here? Next, and in this universal adult franchise, even women were asked to vote. Now, this republic, however, was not received well by its own people, largely because of the terms it was forced to accept after Germany's defeat at the end of the First World War. So, this incident was means the National Assembly at Versailles was established, and all these things happened after the defeat of Germany in the First World War. So this republic was, however, not welcomed properly because it was forced to accept after Germany's defeat at the end of First World War. Then the peace treaty. Uh, who is this? What do you want to be me to be explain again? From the second paragraph here. Okay, the defeat of the Imperial Germany. Now here means the defeat of the Royal Germany and the abdication, resignation of the Emperor led to the recast German polity. German polity means to bring the German political system again. A national assembly was met at Versailles and established a democratic constitution. Now, the government formed at Versailles was a democratic republic now, and deputies were elected by the German parliament, and that German parliament was also called as Riksdag. Often, this question arises here very short. What do you mean by Riksdag? So, Riksdag was a German parliament on the basis of equal universal votes cast by all adults, including women. Means universal adult franchise was adopted here, and even women were getting opportunity to cast the vote. Clear now? Now, this republic, however, was not received well by its own people. Now, this Versailles republic was not received well, means was not welcomed by its own people because of the terms it had to accept after Germany defeat at the end of First World War. Because Germany, this republic was forced on the people of Germany, and that is why it was not so much welcomed in the Germany by the people. Then the Treaty of Versailles and with the Allies was harsh and humiliating uh, peace treaty. Now the peace treaty was there. The treaty with the Allies. Allies. Which powers were allies? I already we have seen in the previous pages. The allies were the UK, France, USSR, and USA. So these were the allies. So the Treaty of Versailles was there, and it was very harsh and humiliating for Germany. Why this treaty of Versailles was very harsh and humiliating. The Treaty of Versailles was signed between Germany. Now, this Treaty of Versailles was signed between Germany and the Allied powers at the end of the war. Clear this much? When was this Treaty of Versailles uh, signed? It was signed between Germany and Allied powers and at the end of the war. Now Germany lost. Now due to this harsh treaty, what was there? The Germany lost its overseas colonies, the tenth of its population, 13% of its territories, 75% of its iron, and 26% of its coal to France, Poland, Denmark, and Lithuania. So this was so harsh treaty made for the Germans, because after this signing of this treaty, Germany first main thing. Now this Treaty of Versailles was signed in 1919 and designed by Allied powers to cripple Germany. This treaty was mainly designed by the Allied powers to cripple Germany, to make the Germany weak militarily, economically, and territorially. Clear? Why this treaty was signed? This treaty was done by the Allied powers with Germany just to make Germany weak in military, economic, and territorial parts. Am I clear? What was this Treaty of Versailles? Now, due to this Treaty of Versailles, we have seen just now that Germany lost her overseas colonies. Now, which were these overseas colonies? Chinese ports, Pacific islands, African colonies were taken back. Then we further see that the Allied powers demilitarized Germany to weaken its power. Now the Allied powers again demilitarized. Demilitarized means they make the Germany uh, remove all the military forces. When all the military forces will be removed from Germany, then naturally Germany will become the weak power. So the Allied powers demilitarize Germany to weaken its power. Clear this much? And the war guilt clause held Germany responsible for the war and damages the Allied countries suffer. Now, whatever damages were made uh, in the war, whatever uh, problems were created due to the war, now the Germany was made responsible for all those damages which were made in the war against the Allied countries. Clear? And what was war guilt clause? War guilt clause, it was a section. War guilt clause was a section where Germany was thought to be responsible for all the damages which was created because of war. Clear this much? Yes, the name is Treaty of Versailles only for this. The peace treaty at Versailles, and mostly it is uh, termed as Treaty of Versailles. Clear? Treaty of Versailles in 1919. So it was mainly made to make the Germany weak after the war, and that is why such a harsh treaty. It is also called as very harsh treaty for Germany because it made Germany crippled. Crippled means weak financially, militarily, economically, territorially, every way. Germans were becoming weak after signing the peace treaty with this. Now, the war guilt clause held Germany responsible for the war and damages the Allied countries suffered. Germany was forced to pay compensation amounting to 6 billion. Now, Germany was also forced to pay the compensation. Now, what is compensation? The money to pay back for all the loss and damages made in the war. So Germany now was forced to pay the compensation, the amount, whatever loss or damages were there, and the amount was about 6 million. The Allied armies also occupied the resource-rich Rhineland for much of the 1920s. Now, the Allied armies also occupied now rich resources of Rhineland. Now, Rhineland, what was Rhineland? It was rich in resource. This was the place in Germany rich in resources. So the Allied armies also occupied this territory which was very much rich for Germans for much of in 1920s. Now many Germans held the new Weimar Republic responsible for not only the defeat in the war but to disgrace at Versailles. Now, the war guilt clause, as you know, in the Treaty of Versailles held Germany responsible for the war and damages suffered by Allied powers. Now, this is here we have seen how the Treaty of Versailles was harsh on the German side, and it was forced by the Allied countries to sign this treaty. Now, clear this much. So the in the last we have seen in this that the resource-rich mainland of Germany was finally occupied by the Allied armies. Next now, coming to the next uh, paragraph, the effect of war. Yes, this was all after First World War. These things happened all after First World War. In initial stages, Germany was winning the war. Germany was having the stronghold. But as soon as we have seen that the US joined the Allied armies, now the Allied armies became powerful and Germany was defeated in the First World War. Clear? And then as Germany was defeated for the first in the First World War, then this harsh treaty of Versailles was signed between the Allied and the Germans, and it was forced Germany, they forced Germany to sign this peace treaty, and they found Germany responsible for all the damages, all the loss made in this war, during this war. And the Germany was made responsible to pay the compensation, about all the loss and damages to the Allied countries, whatever they had lost. The Allied countries had made a loss. So Germany was forced for that. Even the military was asked to be removed from Germany to make it weak, so that further Germany may not again stand bold enough to fight against these countries. Am I clear now? Okay, now coming to the effects of the war. Now, what all were the effects of the war? Now, the war had devastating impact on entire continent, both psychologically and financially. Now, the war has made a very bad impact on the entire continent, both psychologically and financially. From the continent of creditors, when uh, the Europe was a creditor to the to the whole world. Now it had becoming it had turned into debtor. Means now the Europe had become a debtor. What who is a debtor? A borrower, because of the loss of so much financially and economically, so much loss. Previously Europe was the creditor, used to give help financially and in every way to other countries and all. But now after the First World War, Europe turned into one of the debater, that means one of the borrower. Now it also asked you money for The financially means to make itself financially strong. Next, we see that unfortunately the infant Weimar Republic was being made to pay for the sins of old empire. Now it was seen that the devastating impact of the world war, psychological and financial, was there, and from creditor Europe had turned into debtor. Now Germany also faced war guilt, national humiliation, and found itself crippled financially. Clear? So the Republic carried the burden of war guilt and national humiliation and financially crippled by being forced to pay compensation. Now, Germans were forced to pay the compensation for all the losses and damage. Those who supported the Weimar Republic, mainly socialists, Catholics, and Democrats, became easy targets for of the attack in the conservative national circles. Now, soldiers rose above civilians also, and we see that socialists, Catholics, and Democrats were called now November criminals. Now these people were also called as November criminals. Mockingly means uh, by making fun of these Democrats who supported Weimar Republic. Now who all supported Weimar Republic? The names are given here. Socialists, the people who were socialist, Catholic people, and the people who favored the democracy, that is, Democrats. They become easy targets of attack in the conservative nationalist circles. And they were only mockingly, means fun, but in fun, they were called as November criminals. So, short questions is mostly asked in this, that who are called as November criminals, who were mockingly called as November criminals. So, socialists, Catholics, and Democrats were called as November criminals. Now, the First World War left a deep imprint on European society and polity. Soldiers came to be placed above civilians. Now, soldiers came to be placed above the civilians. They were given more importance there after the First World War, and then politicians and publicists laid great stress on the need for men to be aggressive, strong, and masculine. The importance was given uh, for the men. It was given the stress that men should be very aggressive, strong, and masculine to face any problems there. And the media glorified trench life. The media glorified the trench life. Now, what was this trench life? Trench life, what is a trench? Trench is a narrow hole dug by the soldiers in the ground. So now media glorified had was in means glorifying this life when soldiers had dig the during the war, when soldiers had dig these narrow hole in the ground. And the truth, however, was that soldiers lived miserable lives in these trenches. Now in these narrow holes, during the war, the soldiers have lived a very miserable lives in these trenches, trapped with rats feeding on the corpse. Means corpse means other dead bodies. So the rats were feeding the soldiers, which are now means alive after the First World War. They had seen this miserable life during the war, when the rats were feeding on the corpse, on the dead bodies of the people, of the soldiers. They faced poisonous gas also, enemy shelling, and witnessed their ranks reduce rapidly. Now they had also, these soldiers had faced the poisonous gas, as you remember, that they were sent in the uh, gas chambers, where they were kept till they die there. And the enemy shelling means, what is enemy shelling? Enemy shelling means uh, the act of firing weapon in artillery at the enemy. That is called enemy shelling. Then we see that uh, they faced poisonous gas and enemy shelling and witnessed their ranks reduce rapidly. And slowly, slowly, the ranks of these soldiers were also reducing. Now, aggressive war propaganda and national honor occupied central stage in the public sphere. Popular support grew for conservatives, dictatorship that had recently come into being. Now, democracy was indeed a young and fragile idea. Democracy was a very fragile idea. Now, what is fragile? Fragile means very weak idea for that. And they still supported the dictatorship, that is the rule of a king, which could not survive the instabilities of interwar Europe. Now, till here only I will end today. Yes, now you can write down once again present before leaving the class. Today, till here only I will end. From tomorrow, we'll continue this lesson from this 1.2 part, that is political radicalism and economic crisis. Once again, write down present.